All right, today's video, I'm talking about a concept that I've heard many times, quote, I've heard many times. No one cares, work harder. No one cares, work harder. Now, there's something to be said for the whole work smarter, not harder philosophy. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is the woe is me mentality, the pity party mentality. Too many times when I was younger growing up, honestly, I had this kind of thought that I'm like having to deal with this bullshit, whatever it was, and almost like I deserved a trophy or something for it. That I thought I was going to get some kind of recognition from other people, that I had to put up with whatever it was, whether it was sports, baseball, football, like busting my ass to get to the academy, whatever it was at the time. I just thought that something would come from it, or I was looking to get some kind of recognition from other people, which is obviously not the smart thing to do, not the right thing to do. So I'm making this video to tell you, if you're out there listening to this and you find yourself in those type of situations where you're going through adversity, you're pushing through whatever it is, and it's not easy. Like I've said in these videos, life is not easy. There's times that there's fun to be had. Fair enough, yeah. We all like that, but it's not easy when it comes down to it. That's just the reality of the matter. And there's people that want to take everything you have, take your job, take whatever else it is. Life is a competition, and you just got to recognize that. But do you think that throwing a pity party for yourself is going to help you to succeed and to move forward and to get ahead in that competition? No, it's not. And you got to recognize that right now, because if you don't and you wait on this, your mentality is going to be weak. It's not going to be the type of mentality that you want when you get in these type of situations, as you get more advanced in your years, in your job, in your relationships, business, whatever it is. So think about that real hard right now and tell yourself, I'm not going to throw a pity party for myself. No one else is going to throw a pity party for me. No one's going to give me a trophy. So stop feeling bad about yourself. Stop feeling sad for yourself. Something bad happens to you, like, obviously there's nuance to this, what I'm about to say, but when I was at the academy, no secret, a lot of my friends, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a pilot just like Tom Cruise and Top Gun, much like a lot of my friends growing up or at the academy. And I didn't get it. And I've only told this to, some of my close friends, but there's a thing called service assignment night, which is at the Naval Academy, West Point, where you get assigned the job that you're going to do in the military. They tell you what it's going to be on that night when you're a senior. It's about the first semester of senior year. So you're in a room, you're with your entire company, which is the around 30 individuals that have been with you since plebe year, your freshman year, on to your senior year. So you're very tight with those people. They know your aspirations, they know what you want to be, all that. There was no questions about that. So I sat in that room as we did a lottery system of who's going to get up and pick from this table of what your service assignment is going to be. And naturally, as I put down what I wanted to be a pilot, I was hoping and praying that I got selected as a naval aviator. What happened was I was probably about halfway through. through the amount of people. So I saw some of my close friends get what they wanted, get Marine Corps, get pilot, get intel. And I got up there. I did my thing and got selected as a surface warfare officer. And at the time, that broke me in some aspects. If you can imagine having a dream that you had since you were a kid and getting that kind of rug pulled from under you, does not feel great, especially in front of a bunch of people that know that what you just picked or what you just got assigned is 100% not where you were wanting and hoping for. And that was one of the hardest nights of my entire life, to be honest. And too many times after that, I left that room and I didn't celebrate with my company mates that were all celebrating that they got what they wanted for their assignments. I didn't celebrate. I sat in my car and I thought about what happened. And that's just the honest truth. And I'll say this too, and I haven't said this to a lot of people either. I didn't talk to my family the whole night for probably about a day. And obviously, my whole family knew that that was service assignment night and were on the edge of their seat to see if I got that pilot slot or not. But instead of letting them know, it was around lunchtime, I believe, when we got told, I left everybody in the dark. I turned my phone off and I sat in my car alone and thought things through. And that's just what I needed to do. But, for a little bit, I kind of threw that pity party for myself. I had that kind of bitch mentality, honestly. And that's just how it was at the time. And I've recognized that was like that and I moved on. But since then, I've progressed a ton and I've told myself that I'm never going to put myself in that position again. And that shit's never going to happen to me again if I have anything to do about it. And that's the type of mentality that you have to have if you find yourself in those kind of situations again. Instead of throwing a pity party, blaming other people, blaming this, that, or the other thing, blame yourself. Take responsibility for whatever it is. As a man, take responsibility for everything in your life. And honestly believe that. Live your life by that. And keep pushing, keep moving forward. Keep being that better man that you can be every single day of your life from then on. It doesn't do you any good to throw that pity party and just kind of sulk and just whatever, the sorrow, whatever it is. Nobody wants to be around that, and nobody thinks that that's the right avenue to go. But it's understandable why people find themselves in that position. So if that's you, I get it, man. Like, I get it. But pull yourself up from that. Take a bit, like I was saying before my story, take a bit to soak it in, because it is something to soak in. I'm not gonna just sit here and say that it's not gonna be something that's super easy to just forget about. So I get it. Soak it in for as short of amount of time as you can as possible, and then find what that is that you need to change and move full steam, full speed ahead towards that. And don't let anybody stop you. All right. So, yeah, the quote, "No one cares, work harder," really hits home. I hope it does for you too. So, that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.